Kris Jenner has set firm guidelines for Corey Gamble as she prepares for her wedding, stating, "He'll take care of." Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble have been in a long-term relationship that has lasted over a decade. Their love story began in August 2014 when they met at a party in Ibiza thrown by fashion designer Riccardo Tisci. Since then, the two have stayed close and continued to build a bond that many admire. But despite how strong their relationship looks on the outside, there are layers of complexity when it comes to what goes on behind closed doors. Kris, known for being the head of the Kardashian-Jenner family and a powerful figure in entertainment, is said to have a very specific way she wants things done, especially now that she's thinking about marriage. Corey, her longtime partner, is reportedly already living under a long list of rules Kris expects him to follow. And if they officially tie the knot, those rules are expected to get even stricter. According to sources who spoke with Life and Style magazine, Corey is beginning to question whether marriage is really worth all the pressure that comes with it. They say he's already living with rules about what he can and cannot say or do, and he knows that marrying Kris will likely come with even more limits. One of the biggest concerns for Corey is the prenup Kris insists on. It's believed that she won't go through with a wedding without a legally binding agreement that would protect her assets, making it clear that if they ever split up, he won't walk away with much. This condition has reportedly caused Corey to think seriously about whether moving forward with marriage is the best choice. Kris has dropped hints about marriage over the years, but more recently, fans of her reality show noticed something that stirred up rumors again. In one of the episodes of The Kardashians, Kris mentioned that she might consider getting married when she turns 70. Although she didn't say it directly, many people saw this as a subtle nod that something may already be in the works. That same source told the magazine that Kris is dreaming of a massive wedding. She wants to make it one of the biggest celebrity events in recent history, with up to 1,000 guests in attendance. The plan reportedly involves luxury at every corner, with major performances and famous names throughout the guest list. But while Kris seems full of excitement and ambition for this wedding, it's also bringing a lot of stress into Corey's life. Reports say that Kris has been asking Corey to reach out to every celebrity he knows to make sure the guest list is filled with top stars. She wants big performances and plenty of high-profile guests. Meanwhile, Corey is said to be trying to manage her expectations and bring her ideas down to a more realistic level. He's reportedly worried about how overwhelming the planning has become and doesn't want to deal with all the pressure that comes with organizing such a large and extravagant celebration. Another source said that Kris is more focused on how the wedding will look to the outside world rather than on the deep meaning behind the commitment itself. From the outside looking in, it seems like she's placing a lot of importance on what kind of attention the wedding can bring and who can be involved to increase its impact. One person even described her as already being in bridezilla mode, despite not even being officially engaged. That term is often used to describe someone who is overly obsessed with planning their wedding and wants everything to go perfectly, sometimes to the point of creating stress for everyone around them. The question of whether Kris is actually engaged has come up before. Back in 2018, 4 years into her relationship with Corey, people began wondering if the two were heading toward marriage after Kris was seen wearing a large diamond ring. She was asked about it during an appearance on The Late Late Show with James Corden, in a popular game called Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts. In this game, celebrities have to either answer a personal question or eat something unusual. When Kris was asked if Corey had proposed to her, she chose not to answer and instead ate the food in front of her. That response left people even more curious, especially since Corey was watching from backstage during the show. James Corden even teased her about the ring, saying it looked like it could be an engagement ring, but Kris brushed it off, saying, "This is not the ring," which only added to the mystery. Despite all the talk, Kris and Corey have continued to support each other over the years. Their relationship has had its ups and downs, like any other long-term bond, but they've stayed close. Kris has said before that there's a special connection between her and Corey that she can't quite explain. Even though they have a significant age difference, it doesn't seem to bother her. She's mentioned that the chemistry between them is something that just works. It's not something she planned or expected, it just happened, and they've made it work for more than 10 years. At the heart of all this is Kris's personality. She's known for being very organized, ambitious, and determined to make everything perfect. Whether it's running her family's businesses, managing her children's careers, or planning a wedding, she always aims to do things in a big way. This can sometimes come across as controlling, especially when she has a clear vision for how things should go. But it also shows her passion and desire to create something memorable. The people around her, including Kory, often have to adjust to that. Kory has mostly stayed out of the spotlight, but whenever he's appeared on the family's shows, he's shown patience and understanding toward Kris and her family. He's also played a role in helping with family matters and supporting Kris in both her personal and professional life. But as the wedding rumors grow stronger, it's becoming more obvious that he might be feeling a bit of pressure. Having to follow strict rules, prepare for a possible wedding with thousands of guests, and handle the spotlight that comes with being part of such a famous family can't be easy. Still, many believe that if anyone can handle it, it's Kory. He's been by Kris's side through so many of the big moments, and he seems to understand how important her family and public image are to her. Whether they actually go through with the wedding or not remains to be seen, but it's clear that Kris is planning something big. The way she's been talking about it, from suggesting a wedding at 70 to already thinking about the guest list and performances, shows she's already deep into planning, even if nothing is official yet. One thing is certain, if Kris Jenner does decide to get married again, it won't be a quiet or simple event. It will likely be one of the biggest celebrity weddings in recent memory, complete with major names, glamorous decorations, and a celebration that goes far beyond the ordinary. But whether Kory is fully on board with all the stress and expectations that come with it is another story. He might love Kris, but he's also facing the reality of what being married to someone like her really means. Even so, it's important to remember that every relationship is unique. What works for one couple might not work for another, and Kris and Kory seem to have found their own rhythm. They've lasted this long for a reason, and both of them likely know each other very well by now. If they decide to get married, it will probably be because they've talked through all the details and reached an understanding about what that step means for both of them. In the end, this story is more than just about weddings and rings. It's about two people who have built a life together and are now facing the decision of whether to make their bond official in front of the world. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.